fight. You punch like he punches.
This is what happens when you box dirty against Canelo Alvarez.
Oh, low blow.
Low blow by Hatton.
The holder landed a bad left low blow. Looked like a...
And the nose and some blood from Hatton's nose.
Canelo Alvarez versus Matthew Hatton. Fight highlights.
First thing we look to Alvarez.
Alvarez, visibly bigger than Hatton, opened the fight well, knocking Hatton off balance with a left hook. He ripped Hatton with a few good hooks to the body and some 1-2s. Hatton tried to respond, gamely launching punches where he could.
The mediocre power he has except
Right hand from Alvarez, and he feinted. Oh, here in round one.
affect him at all. So there's no way really for him to keep Alvarez off. Probably a little bit more conditioned fighter, and he
big weight. He came into this.
He has 16 knockouts. Like that jab that Alvarez has.
The only thing you have to wonder about a fighter like Alvarez is he throwing really powerful shots, and if he doesn't get a quick knockout.
Into the head of Hatton. Hatton tries to come back.
Games.
Good opening round of his 12-rounder.
Hatton opened the second round launching quick combos at Alvarez and moving somewhat slickly. Canelo dug to the body with a few telling hooks, his power considerably superior to Hatton's, particularly on the inside.
Double body shot.
Best shot of the fight for Alvarez.
And if Hatton waits on him, he's going to be a real power puncher. You can't. He's picking shots and that's not going to work good for Hatton in the long run. He got to attack and make it an ugly fight. Don't let the kid sit out and sit up. Like that. Like his brother.
Far, I think Matthew Hatton's fighting pretty well under this, considering all the advantages you just laid out.
Good luck.
Of baseball metaphors, as I mentioned before. The press throws them. They thud differently than other fighters.
He's a very strong puncher.
Well, a lot of power base.
Everything about him is against the Mexican.
In the body. Does Alvarez. Right hand to the nose and some blood from Hatton's nose as Hatton digs in Alvarez. Oh, good left hook.
In the last minute of the round, some Alvarez hooks to the body and head tipped the round in his favor, with Hatton continuing to do his best by firing speedy combinations.
No respect at all for Hatton's power.
Hatton continues to act in the unlikely role of the moving speedster. He does marginally well until Alvarez opens up. When he does, he always seems on the precipice of overpowering the game Hatton. Hatton is doing surprisingly well in this new role, flashing surprisingly smooth ring movement and hand speed.
Alvarez open left hook to start the sequence. Hatton rolls off. Left hand from
Alvarez that he will have to change later on is that he's not run from punches at all. I mean, he tries to cover.
Or move from them even.
Exactly. He's never hasn't really learned what
it would serve him well.
Roy, would you say that that's one of the areas of
has to improve on? I mean, immediately, because if he's going to become a target. Really care about getting hit. And in pro boxing, that's what.
End of round 3 side score. Harold Letterman.
Alvarez opened the fourth with some hooks to the body and straight right hands. Hatton is still holding up reasonably well. At the midpoint of the round, however, Alvarez began digging in with gusto. As a result, Hatton started to look a bit less chipper. Good round for Alvarez.
Oh, that hurt.
His future.
That hurt really bad.
Then he goes with a right hook to the body from Alvarez. Doubles up that left again and a right.
a good shot as he proceeds to go forward with his career.
Left.
Well, we know that if he's anything like his brother, that's one thing. He's definitely not as hard of a puncher.
10 seconds. Yes,
Been cut.
And he goes a right uppercut followed by a left body shot. A beautiful combination. Then Canelo follows with a right hook to the body, left hook to the head, and a right.
Don't forget to give a like and subscribe to our channel to see the greatest duels in the boxing world.
If having those powerful shots like that, it would be much better.
They stopped the fight because of the cut on a clean shot. I mean, I
That Canelo hard, we'd find out a lot about.
Though even then, he's so out.
Matthew Hatton, 4 knockouts earlier tonight. Adrian Broner won. It was a closer fight in 99-91.
I mentioned earlier.
Into the body by Alvarez again.
Fastball, can he hit a curve? Can the ring with Alvarez?
He's just too small.
This is about getting the promotional tool around Alvarez's waist, getting people excited, and they should be excited about him.
Come to the end of round number 5 on HBO's Boxing After this century's over and we're all long gone.
And I was gonna say at 20 years old, I got a chance to make.
And it should tough guys.
Alvarez, showing patience, took the 6th round with his trademark body shots and a few good hooks to the head.
Wins in a row. I don't care what nobody says.
When Max starts fighting better level of opposition, it's going to create
a Ward Gaddy type fight. And wound up a consummate boxer punch. Do you think, Roy, that Alvarez has the tool to end up a consummate boxer puncher?
Oh, if you look at his attitude right now, his kill.
But that's
attributes you want to have. If your mentality is you punch like he punches, but he was a get hit.
Really, you think that?
First time I saw him on the top pound for pound list, not because of his offense. If you look at this kid here, he's different because he don't. Hook to the body with a right hook following it to the body. Then coming back with.
How do you see it so far?
Okay, but 6-0.
With the fight now in its second half, Alvarez let his hands go a bit to open the first half of the 7th round. A punch on the break gave Hatton some reprieve as time was called to allow him to regroup, and the point was taken. Alvarez went back to work, pasting Hatton with his best shots of the night. Hatton, valiant as ever, tried to fire back in the face of fistic onslaught, but was almost overwhelmed by a rampaging Alvarez.
Grab the fighter by the glove and say 1 point from this guy.
Body shot from Alvarez on Hatton here in round 7.
Listen to want to cheer for him so bad.
It's in his career. Fights back and eats a right hand. The storm here in round 7.
Just to fight Hatton.
I think he's going to get it, Roy.
Tied up. So he hits Hatton in the face on the break, but the ref had already called for a break.
The 8th round opened slowly, but soon Alvarez was working over Hatton in exchanges. Hooks to the body and big rights to the head had Hatton in deep water. But like always, he keeps coming back, throwing quick combinations and trying his damnedest to not get blown out of the fight.
See the roller, that kind of roll.
Because he had a defensive posture, Roy looks to an exchange.
He does. That's the shots he wants right there because Hatton's giving him room for me.
Just like that left hook to the body. Hatton had only been stopped once in his career. It was his 6th.
10 seconds. Yes, sir.
Alvarez opens up. No, already.
Left hook to
Boy,
the
you got to give credit to Hatton.
Join us now.
Definitely shortchanged in the talent department. He continues trying to pepper Alvarez with shots. One gets the impression watching him that he is really trying his hardest. But as is always the case, it's just a matter of when Alvarez decides to open off offensively. When he does, he always has the edge. And Alvarez right hurt Hatton near the end of the round. Alvarez then opened up with more offense to take the round.
I told you, big shots take a lot out of a fighter. And he knows that one. Oh, good shot.
Wants to catch Hatton in an exchange.
Oh. Out a triple left hook.
his grit. Alvarez's power. Good upper.
And Hatton is as game as a...
In the 10th, Hatton continued to try and buy time by holding and retreating, beginning to look increasingly ragged in his approach. The quick combinations are now down to a minimum as Alvarez stalks him around the ring. Another punch on the break dropped Hatton, but ref Lou Moret wasn't buying it. When the action resumed, Alvarez laid into Hatton, who commendably returned fire as the bell sounded.
Alvarez hits him off the break. Now allow himself to get tied up this time. Oh, he wants straight right hand off the left. Combination from Alvarez. Hatton comes.
Well, the holder landed a bad left low blow. Looked like it was onto it. Came with a beautiful left hook to the jaw. Then Hatton thinks about Hollywood.
Trying to win an extra point there.
Canelo comes back and throws.
Both men opened the 11th slowly, perhaps a bit winded. Alvarez landed some good body shots, but was mostly lethargic during the round. Hatton scored with enough quick combos to maybe edge the round.
Hanging in there and trying to get his big shots off of him.
To connect with people the way he's connected.
Mexican fighter, so
yet he gives the crowd their money
because they want to see action. They want to see a guy who is. He tries to avoid
trying to win, and
after a round off, Alvarez got back to business in the 12th, pelting Hatton with more body shots. Hatton looked to hold and move while landing a handful of quick shots. At the end of the fight, Alvarez opened up, but Hatton continued to show resolve and grit as he made it to the final bell.
Go the distance.
Saul Alvarez, the 20-year-old out of Mexico. All night long. Hatton with a combination.
I tell you, I like the combination. Oh, good
left.
shot.
Take it to the end.
Saul.